Good morning and welcome back to the channel. It is Tuesday morning, and yeah, we are back from our weekend away. We took a little trip down to Arkansas for a couple of days and spent way too much money at a cigar lounge.
Not even close.
But we did stay at the cutest little Airbnb called the Tool Shed. And although we had some issues with the bed, it was cute.
It is a 8-foot wide, 14 feet long.
But it was in the historic downtown part of Rogers, Arkansas, and it was a very quiet neighborhood, and it was nice. I did binge watch the entire third season of Reacher. That was pretty much all we did. We went down to Rogers, stayed in the Airbnb, hung out at the cigar lounge, and that's pretty much it. After we got home, it was a nice sunny day, so somebody got his motorcycle out and rode back down to Bentonville and went to...
Which is basically Rogers.
went to another cigar lounge.
From where we live, closest cigar lounge is actually like 35 miles away.
Oh yeah, over in Joplin.
Over in Joplin, Missouri. But it's a private lounge.
Yeah, members
Rogers,
only.
Arkansas is 100 miles away. Not that far.
Especially not on the bike, right?
Yep.
Right.
And it's good twisty roads if I want it.
Now we are back on the road. Obviously, we're back in our house. Our first load this week, we are not going to Lyons and picking up salt. Ain't gonna do it. We've already picked up our load.
We picked up across the street from Sugar Creek in Frontenac, Kansas.
The Diamond Pet Food is right across the street, and I think it's like the third time we picked up. I really wish we could pick up there more because it is so handy.
The only bad thing about picking up out of there is
You're heavy.
You're heavy. Because you weigh before you go in, and they will put as much on you as they basically can.
He says it's kind of bad that you get loaded heavy, but given where we're going and the weather that's coming up this week, it's kind of good that we're heavy.
Heading out to Gearing, Nebraska, which is the very northwest part of Nebraska.
And it's supposed to be
And
like 45 mile an hour
Yeah,
winds.
it's supposed to have some high winds, possible rain. Given where we're going to be at, it could be snow.
Yeah.
Hard telling.
Yeah, we're close to Wyoming and Colorado out there, so
I know there's already been places up north that they got snow last night.
well, I know like our terminal's getting snow today.
Yep.
And that's just to get our week started. So stick around and see what else the week brings. Well, that's that for that load. Our appointment was at
8:30.
8:30.
It's now 7 o'clock.
You heard the man. It's just a little after 7. Kind of forgot that there was a time change here, which works on our benefit, so whatever, don't really care. Yeah, so yesterday I took this photo, and I'm going to leave this up here for a good long time and see if you can figure out, why. It's an unremarkable spot of land out in the middle of literally nowhere, USA. Just happens to be the geographical center of the U.S. And then this photo was taken shortly after that. if anybody cares. That's our geography lesson for today. We did stop through Cozad, Nebraska, bustling metropolis of Cozad, Nebraska. We have a friend out there, Brock. Hi, Brock. We went out to dinner with Brock last night, and he took us to see his store there in town. It is called Everything Chocolate and Confection.
If you're ever in Cozad, stop by.
Yeah.
Tell them we said hi.
Yeah. We picked up a couple of Boylan brand root beers. I guess that's used to be or originated in New Jersey. Now they're manufactured in New York. So we're going to give those a taste later tonight, I think. Apparently now they're making, like, what'd he say, 9 million on the something or other scale hot gummy bears. Because people are weird. No, we did not buy one of those. And I'm not that interested in hot stuff. Just that hot stuff. So now we have our next load. We got it last night. We are headed over to Lexington, Nebraska to the Tyson. And then that load is going to deliver in Ottawa. It is currently Wednesday. Drop dead time is like Thursday morning.
I think it's Thursday morning.
Yeah, like 2 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, something like that. So cross your fingers. Lexington isn't that far from where we are.
A couple hours.
Yeah. So I'm kind of hoping maybe it'll be ready when we get there. Who knows? We'll see. But in keeping with our theme of geography, check out this geography. What you eating, baby?
Cookies.
What kind of cookies?
Cookies my mommy made.
That's his birthday cake. Yeah, and what are we, 4 days out from the house now?
Oh my God.
And he's just now finishing them up. I have to say, I think there was at least 5 dozen cookies, so...
Probably 4.
Oh, there was a dozen in the bag, anyway.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the bag.
Yeah. So, yeah, 4 or 5, maybe 6 dozen, who knows. Anyway, they've been a delightful snack the last several days. Thanks, Mom. So, yeah, our load that we went to go pick up in Lexington, Nebraska wasn't ready when we got there, and it was in the door. It was in the door. And they said, it's in the door. And it's about
a couple
half
hours.
Yeah. We got there before lunch. We got there like noon, I think, something like that. We got fine. We went over to the truck stop and just said to hell with it for the day. And got up in the morning at like 3 o'clock like we usually do, checked our messages, and we had a message from dispatch saying, your load's ready when you want to go pick it up. And
That was at 11 o'clock p.m.
yeah. So, couple hours is apparently a subjective term. Now, I've learned to expect that from him. If he says, I'll be home in a couple of hours, I know
Just
it's going to be...
right off the day.
Yeah. Yep. So, yeah. Already ready for that. And then, we had an appointment time here in Ottawa at 6:20 in the morning. And we kind of toyed with the idea of coming in yesterday and dropping it, but didn't know since we have an appointment time, whatever. So we get here this morning. It turns out, we could have come yesterday.
It's a drop and hook.
Yeah, but whatever. So we got up this morning at 3 o'clock and buzzed on in
3:30.
here. Oh, okay. Sorry. I was awake at 3. Thanks, Courtney. Anyway. So yeah, we came buzzed on in here and dropped that off, and now we are waiting on our next load. And I do have to apologize about the whole Iowa footage thing, because, we spent most of the day in Iowa yesterday, and then forgot to film Iowa, something kind of like that. I was going to film in Davenport, and then I dozed off from my daily nap. Somebody woke me up and was like, here goes Iowa. Shit. So, you get the last little bit of it. I mean, yeah, because I had all day to do it. Anyway, anything that you want to talk about at this juncture?
Did you know that Africa is the only continent located in all 4 hemispheres?
Wow, I did not know that. So there's your interesting geography fact for today. Anything else you want to talk about?
Like, share, subscribe!
And, tell all your friends. But in the meantime, thanks for watching. See you.
Bye.
Bye.